Yeah, so this is the Church of St Anthony in Roseland. The start of the story starts with a Celtic saint called Entenin, who was one of the saints that travelled here, missionary saints, I guess, during the age of the Celtic saints. These Celtic saints seem to travel around between Wales and Cornwall and Brittany, setting up isolated cells in isolated places to worship God, and sometimes some communities gathered around them. So Entenin was the first guy his name later became Latinised, and later Bishop Bronsken rededicated the church to St Anthony. The church was associated with a small monastery here for a number of years. On the dissolution of the monastery, the church was retained, although the chancel was knocked down, and the rest of the monastery buildings were mainly knocked down as well. In the 19th century, the church was largely refashioned and the chancel rebuilt. The church has been associated with the large country house on the other side, which is Place. Place is a Cornish word, plas, which means literally mansion. And although the first house was a fairly lowly beginnings, it probably started to become a bigger house in the Elizabethan period, and it's been updated ever since and occupied by a landed gentry family called the Spries, a number of whom were significant naval officers. So Admiral of the White was one of the titles of one of those. Today, of course, this church is now sadly closed and not used for regular services, and it's now in the care of the Churches Conservation Trust.